The second edition of our Obroni Wawu October OWO Festival was themed the Oyadieyie Resurrection, celebrating and spotlighting the work of Kantamanto and the Ghanaian culture of reuse and repair. The theme is inspired by the Oyadieyie, a mobile garment alteration business where traveling tailors promoted fixing damaged clothes, from small repairs to patchwork, reconstructing and reworking garments. Today, we recognize the sustained value of this practice. At CBI, our flagship fashion accelerator aims to celebrate the many skilled tailors and upcyclers in Kantamanto, and to amplify their impact, expanding the original craft of Oyadieyie to develop a steadily growing upcycling and remanufacturing sector. Therefore, the CBI team, alongside our collaborators, developed OWO School with the aim of transforming Kantamanto's second-hand upcycling designers into financially sustainable brands. To achieve this, we designed a comprehensive, inclusive, and insights-driven program from the call of applications through to the practical training and to the final collections showcase. With the launch of OWO School, our initial step was to collaborate with experts across industries in sustainable fashion and business development to select 5 upcycling designers: Rebecca, Charles, Felix, Emmanuel, and Titus, based on a fair and independent selection process.
When I applied, I was hoping to come in and also learn something about how the production, what goes down when having a full production, and also on the runway, because it's an experience I always wanted to have, but then I've never had anything. So when I got the offer to come, I was very excited.
Honestly speaking, I didn't know what it was all about, but since they had something about sewing and then producing garments, I decided to apply. I was skeptical in the beginning because it was about clothes, and what I was doing at the moment was the plastic juicer, so I wasn't very sure, but then I decided to give it a try. So I sent my application, and then I wasn't thinking about being selected, but then I woke up the first day in September, and the first message I saw when I took my phone was the message from OWO.
So I felt indifferent when I submitted my work, because in the course of submitting, there were emotions: gain, loss, happiness, sadness, and with the presence of these emotions, I felt indifferent to it.
Nkofo ebe na apply ba minim ba na minye 100% sure say like menya.
So one time somebody just sent it to me, like when you put out the application that I should apply, and I was looking at the thing and I'm like, oh, upcycling, blah blah. Would I even have the time to do it? And then I read the details, and it says you're gonna have like a fashion show at the end, and then you get to you expand your business range. And I'm like, yeah, this is something I need to really do. So I'm like, okay, fine, why don't I give it a try?
These experts on the selection committee, Sama Fletcher, Mauli, Neil, Linda, and Joseph, continued as trainers in OWO School to equip the 5 designers to produce the best quality, value-added garments for showcasing and access platforms that assist them in establishing their brands internationally.
To be honest, this was one of the most transparent conversations and training I would say I have done in my entire life. Usually when it comes to like fashion, especially in Ghana, we are still as individuals trying to brace ourselves in the whole idea of understanding it much better. I would say secularity, on the other hand, has been a major topic like worldwide, as you can see. However, I don't think it's something new in Ghana. It's something that has been there for the longest period of time. However, waste is something that we all never took serious for the longest time. I mean, owing from the time of our forefathers, there were certain things that they could have done better. Thankfully, there's a new generation of individuals who understand how to perceive circularity, how to perceive waste, and not consider it as just waste. But it's been an interesting topic, you know, tutoring this to the trainees in this program, because it's something I never had the opportunity to have, and it's self-taught on my part. But I'm glad I could have given the opportunity to help other younger individuals understand the direction, the idea of upcycling, of recycling, and understanding what circularity has to, you know, be with, especially on a basic level.
So when I first came to Ghana, which is has a long way back, back in 2007, I came here because I was asked to implement sustainable practices in the curriculum. But then I already, like, first time came here, I realized basically Kantamanto is a sustainable practice itself. It is a sustainable ecosystem that has always thrived on upcycling, recirculating, reusing textiles. So rather that I came to implement my sustainable practices, I came to learn and understand what sustainable practices are in the context of Kantamanto and Accra.
In fashion school, it was 4 years, and everything we learned was spread in 4 years. But for this, they had to do it in 2 months, which means there's a lot of work that goes in there. So everything that I thought my students were things that are summarized from working in 4 years. In fact, unlike fashion school, they have to work under pressure. And I'm actually very impressed with what they've done so far, because there are aspects to it that they didn't learn, but they've learned to incorporate it on their own, which is very impressive.
I think this accelerator was a different one. I mean, I've been working with small and medium enterprises, worked with a few fashion businesses, but this accelerator focused on upcycling and remanufacturing. And as a result of doing that, I worked with fashion designers that were much more passionate about sustainability. The focus, even for some of the things that we learned, was more about crafting stories, vision statements, and being able to tell what you want to do for the earth and how you want the earth to look like as far as your fashion design is concerned. And in so doing, also get customers that are passionate about sustainability and the earth.
I would not be able to point at any other program because I am not a formally trained fashion person. No fashion education in the formal sense or fashion schooling in the formal sense for me. Everything I've had to learn, I've learned it hands-on and by applying myself. And in that regard, this program gave and pointed me to the strengths that I have, which is knowing full well what the language of an informal practice can be and interpreting that into a contemporary conversation or language and transferring that information to young designers or new designers who are also coming from the same informal space.
The execution of this program wouldn't be possible without integrating the talent, voices, and participation of 4 Kantamanto-based tailors: Ernestina, Gladys, Alex, and Steven, and 2 supporting young bespoke and upcycling tailors, Beauty and Samson. In the course of OWO School, we exposed the designers to the world of fashion outside the classroom in a holistic manner. We took visits to a local high-end fashion concept store to communicate the desired quality standards of our participants' garments and market placement aspirations. Another visit was to a local mass production house that assisted the participants in understanding firsthand the manufacturing and merchandising of garments, apparel, and accessories, quality control, value chain, and labor force at a large production scale. We additionally taught the behind the scenes of a successful, alternative, sustainable fashion brand whose market exists primarily in the United States. Of course, the runway Oh, wait. Let's first talk about the preparation towards the production phase of OWO School after their training was completed. The unfolding of our production process was characterized by commitment, enthusiasm, and passion. The team of tailors and designers, led by Nabi, collectively pulled off incredible remanufactured apparel and artistic creations efficiently while maintaining quality.
I was a designer for no. At times, I am movie be a sketch in there. Or mamma me who sanya. So be blow at nay a sketcher. How I'll be permanent. How I'll be using your money now fa. Or sending now my wide dream cost. No submission for your mountain. Now all cat to saw. Obos and our cat and San Antonio and your waist baby. No sumi me yes, when ever mountain.
By some boy designers now. Na omoni so adidin wo edo omoni so efa niema ye waste ebu se niema ye ntimi mfanye hwe no omama ye hu se itimi de bibi itimi dane no ya de foforo
any designers ni share no so papa ni ma bebre entare bi o ha na ka force mo no itimi kotugu aye waste but ene ma hu se enye waste bi itimi de entare foforo ema eye fe pa
program the machine ma bibiri because I just about 15 years to 20 years. And never be Ohana. Instead, I'm an expert on by and who never be for finishing. You never can get the stitches. Never be Ohana.
I try a friend grad is them say. The age more Kantamanto is lane 7. Me pama dear.
A friend is still an yamiwa. Me pama dear me a sim trace. Me pama dear Kantamanto lane 7.
A friend operate 7. Me pama dear Kantamanto. We started the permanent here at Yasan.
The friend go dear Alex. Me pama dear Kantamanto lane 7 down.
Collaboratively with the trainers, the designers experimented with looks and styles from each designer's collection. The designers sought after and worked with emerging models who embodied the essence of their unique collections.
With the OWO fashion runway, we took our story from World War I. It was a 4 years war. It started in 1914 to 1918. And we're taking the whole story from the military point. So probably there might be a part 2 of the World War I where we'll talk more about the civilians, what they went through and stuff. But then with this one, we are focusing on the outfit of the soldiers. So we are creating silhouettes out of it. And also, if you see the one behind me, it has holes inside, representing the bullet holes and the tanks, rifles, and things.
This collection on the Obroni Wawu 2023, what we did is that we are trying our best possible to be eco-friendly as much as possible. So instead of using like chemical dyes, we're like, okay, fine, let's try like natural dyes, like actually use food to make fabrics and then see how it will look like or what will come out of it. And it's been great and exciting, like some experiment. This is the first time we are doing something like this. Okay, so that is we use the indigo plant, and then we use turmeric. So it's indigo plants and turmeric, and then the yellow one is actually just turmeric.
My upcoming capsule or collection for Obroni Wawu October is titled Naduka, and it's basically going to talk about the NAKOI brand. It's actually a combination of art, textiles, and then like fashion, and beautiful wares, and then creative, and then informative garments. Yeah.
My brand in the street guidance. More about like in Kofa or more street. I like need confidence. Talent, you know, like about out. Me na me person. Me you see me talent, you know, any baby. Not like go for it. Me say like na motivating others.
Odi Black is a wise, wealthy fashion economist, but a human trying to save a soul through clothes. And my collection for this Obroni Wawu October was created from the memories of the future. When I say the memories of the future, I mean Odi Black is traveling through time. And when I say time, I don't mean physical time. I mean psychological time.
Yes, there was a lot of experimentation, From using food as a dyeing technique to building a hat house from leather fabric and straw mat. But there was even more constant practice. We saw growth, self-discovery, reinvention, and representation in the designers. It was remarkable to see all the designers from different backgrounds with totally different visions and styles come together to create, share resources, and support each other so positively.
They are the next legion of secular greatness. I think that's how I can put it in one sentence.
I've always thought fashion was just about dressing and what you wear. But from their perspective and seeing how much they try to fuse in their philosophies and ideologies into whatever they do, it's much more taught me that fashion goes beyond what you wear.
I just want you all to know that I'm so proud of you guys. Love you.
The fashion runway at OWO 2023 was the highlight of everyone involved in OWO School. It was emotional to see all the work invested and judiciously committed to come to life. Our team and community have been impressed with each collection. The designers have developed perspective and gained the confidence necessary to share their vision with the world. OWO School continues to grow as a bigger community of upcyclers, remanufacturers, tailors, and educators intimately familiar and involved with Kantamanto's textile and apparel circularity work. Our inaugural OWO School has been successfully executed because of all of you.